night. Good night. Good night. Good night.
Good night, Mr. Peyton.
Good night, Eddie. That'll be all. Remarkable performance. The show of outrage. The heroism. The placing of honor above office, thereby ensuring yourself of the job.
I withdrew.
Brilliant strategy. What qualities are more exploited by the venal-hearted, bigwig politician than honor and integrity? You fairly reeked of reckless courage. And the one casual reference to the voters, thereby reminding the lieutenant governor et al. That his interim appointment would be the ideal party choice at the next convention. Vote for Stephen Court, the candidate who has already proven his fearlessness by placing his wife's good name on the block.
I did this.
You don't realize what you did to Betty?
Well, you should have thought of that before you sent me the Blaine report.
I'm aware that you see me as the culprit.
Do you deny it?
You'll go to any lengths to advance yourself, won't you? Turn anything and everything to your own advantage. Giving that report to Idiot Carson. That was a cheap grandstand play. You knew full well that he'd never stooped to print it.
Well, what do you expect? That I'd hide your poisonous little offering in the desk drawer and pretend I'd never read it?
Of course not. But you were clever enough to realize that any misstep in Betty's past could be used to launch a whispering campaign. That it could be very dangerous to your political career. But I would have presumed that a man of your intelligence would have taken the report to his political mentors and discussed it with them privately.
By your logic, I suppose I should have been grateful for the opportunity.
Forewarned is forearmed, Stephen. Far better than the shock of having it sprung on you by some political enemy, say, just before the election.
Oh, then you contend you were only doing me a favor. You didn't remain anonymous out of sensitivity. It was cowardice.
Those are your assumptions. I haven't admitted to having anything to do with it.
You don't need to admit it. Just remember, when I'm hit, I hit back.
The audience is gone, Stephen. No more heroics. They're wasted on me. And I hope you're sincere in one thing. Your touching protestations of your faith in Betty's innocence.
Haven't you done enough? What are you after now?
Whether Betty's misconduct occurred or not, she was Rodney's wife at the time. It isn't even yours to forgive, much less yours to condemn.
You will never let up. From the day I was born, from the day you literally gave me away, you hated me.
I publicly acknowledged you as my grandson.
After Hannah's testimony, when the fact of our relationship screamed from the front pages of every newspaper in this county, when the lowest worker in your mill was joking about what would have happened if he'd had the opportunity to court your daughter behind the loading docks instead of Leslie Harrington.
Stephen. She was my mother.
And mine. Now, you will never rest until you destroy me.
You're destroying yourself and your marriage. You want Betty to leave you?
Is that what the two of you were discussing upstairs?
Nothing happened in New York. Now, if I can believe that, why can't you?
She's my wife. I don't need a voucher from you on my wife's good conduct. I said the Blaine report is a lie, a piece of garbage. I stated that publicly.
Don't state it publicly. Don't tell me. Go tell your wife.
sorry.
That's okay. What are you doing out of bed?
I couldn't sleep.
That's more than you can say for me.
I didn't mean to wake you up. At least not like that.
Are you kidding? I might not ever be a genius, but if I would have, slept like that any longer, I'd end up being stupid. Get it? Stupid?
Oh, Norm.
Okay, hotshot. You're gonna get 2 demerits. 1 for getting out of bed, and 2 for going around picking up my things. Any more, and you won't get your merit badge.
No, I don't want a merit badge.
You what? You don't want a merit badge? Rubbish.
I just want you.
You've got me.
Not really. I miss you.
I miss you, too. We really should write more often.
Oh, stop trying to be funny.
Well, what else can I do? You know what the rules are. You know what Dr. Rossi said. Now, you get back there and get to bed.
What about you? Are you going to study some more?
No. I'll go to bed, too.
Good.
Hey, no.
Norm, that doesn't look very comfortable. It's got at least 2 broken springs.
At least. And an assortment of bumps and lumps and potholes.
Potholes?
Yeah, soft spots. Depressions.
I don't know how you sleep at all.
It is getting to be a challenge.
That makes 2 of us.
Wait a minute. What are you getting at?
Nothing. Only if we both can't sleep, why don't we both not sleep together?
You lost me.
Okay, then. I'll stay here.
Oh. You really are getting to be stubborn. Well, you've met your match, young lady. You are going to go to bed if I had to see to it personally. Now, come on. Come on.
Norm, it gets so lonesome without you.
I know.
Well, won't you just stay so I can sleep?
No.
Please.
Good night, baby.
Please don't leave me. Norm?
Betty? Betty? Give me something to go on. Anything. Tell me you didn't know about that girl you lived with. how she lived.
Yes, I knew, but not at first. Sharon told me she was being kept by a married man.
Your friend Sharon was giving herself the best of it. The Blaine agency records said that Sharon Purcell was a well-known party girl. Yet you, knowing this, knowing how she lived, continued to live with her. You even consented to go on a double date with Sharon Purcell and her boyfriend and his unknown friend. Now, why, Betty, why?
Because I thought it was just a date. What's so wrong with that?
You went to New York searching for a good time. You met a girl in the employment agency who was conspicuously unemployed. You agreed to share her apartment. And later you agreed to accompany her on a blind date with a total stranger. And that total stranger gave you money. Now, that's true, isn't it? All true.
Yes. Yes, it's all true. Yes, I went out with him. And yes, he gave me money. You have all the facts, but you don't really know what happened.
I don't want to hear anymore.
Walk away. No, you don't want to hear anymore. You want to wrap up the case. Well, you'll make a splendid district attorney. But just for the record, Steve. Just for the record. That total stranger, that man who gave me money. Nothing happened between us. Oh, he thought it would. That's why he took me out. But when he found out I wasn't what he thought, he took pity on me. It's funny, isn't it, Stephen? A total stranger. He realized I was just a lonely small-town girl. And he let me alone. Told me to go home, gave me money. That's what the detective saw. It was money for train fare. It's hard to believe, isn't it? A total stranger gave me the charity that my husband can't. It's hard to believe.
Preview from the continuing story of Peyton Place.
I saw you kiss Rachel.
Well, she couldn't have a crush on me. It's not unusual for a young girl to have a crush on older men.
As long as you don't have a crush on her.
Do me a favor, will you, Grandfather?
Anything.
Leave.
Rodney.
Leave before I say something.
Would it be possible for you to tell me how much you want our marriage to hold? How much you want us to stay together? Would it be possible, Stephen?